Radical.
Well, it's almost Christmas time. Not quite, but I can still say Merry Christmas. Now, this is something that probably a lot of people were not expecting on the channel, and it's not any kind of a Christmas gift to any of you. A lot of you probably would rather me be talking about something else, but we're going to spend some time here. Because when I got home from work, one of the first uploads that I was recommended was a death battle from Galactus and Unicron of Transformers, and then Galactus of Marvel Comics. And I will say there's been a gigantic increase in the budget of Death Battle, and I found myself, enjoying it. I mean, maybe I didn't agree with like everything about it, but that was a great death battle. And I would say I do agree that Galactus would have probably won that battle. And I remembered the death battle. I didn't like death battle for the longest time, or rather, my intelligence was insulted by death battle when they had the wrong person win in a fight between Goku and Superman. And then they had the audacity to run it back with a much stronger Goku, and they still had Superman win. And this third time, you fool me once, you fool me twice. I knew the winner of the third one would be the same. Now, some people in the comment section of that upload are saying it's a lot better, it's one of their best. I have no doubt in my mind that the animation is probably top tier in that, as it was in this Galactus versus Unicron upload. But you fucked up the third time. You can't have three of these where you keep having Superman winning. Now, I'm sure in that upload they have lots of stats and facts and figures, and the comment section is very toxic, and a lot of people trying to throw around all these stats and facts and figures and what's canon, what's not canon, all this kind of stuff. But one thing I like to do here, whatever the topic it is make things very clear, concise, and simple. I'm looking at this not from a perspective of somebody that has to make an upload on it or a death battle. I'm looking at it as a person that is just, not stupid. I have common sense. And I'm approaching this with common sense. Now, the biggest argument people say as to why Goku, who is an incredibly powerful being, kind of a copy of Superman, kind of like a cheap copy, you might say, kind of a ripoff, because, he landed on Earth and he's from another planet, and his planet was destroyed. Where have we heard that before? But Goku happened to be, the story was actually, I like Dragon Ball, right? I like aspects about, some stories with Superman also. But between the two characters, there's things I like and dislike about the characters. They're just not my jams. I'm more like Spider-Man, Batman, and stuff over like, Superman, because they're more interesting. There's more layers to them. And even in Dragon Ball, I like Vegeta a lot more than I do Goku, because there's a lot more layers there, right? But Goku and Superman, essentially, I'm not going to say they're different sides of the same coin, but there's a lot of similarities there between those two characters. But yeah, back to the simplicity. And why do I have this in the background if I'm not biased against Superman? Why do I have his ass getting whooped by somebody if I'm not biased against Superman? I'm not biased against Superman. I just told you right there. I just told you that Goku is kind of a copy of Superman. And there's things I don't like about some stories with Goku. He's done some stupid things in the comic, like when he gave a senzu bean to Cell. That's a face slapper right there, right? But this is important in the background, because I'm going to explain to you very quickly and very simply that one thing a lot of people in those comment sections are saying under this third death battle is Superman is limitless. Supposedly limitless. He can't be beaten. Can't happen. He's limitless. Or if he gets beaten, it has to be from like the one above all, the presence, He's the God of gods. But You see, Watch Mojo had an upload that I might link to after here. The top 10 characters who have beat up Superman. Beat him up. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If you're limitless, how the fuck are you going to get beat up? How does that happen? You're going to walk into a fight. I'm limitless. Oh, yeah. I'm going to beat that ass. And then you get beat up, but you're limitless. You don't have any green rocks, do you? Oh, shit, he's got green rocks. How lame is that shit, by the way? They still go with that story. Superman's still weak to green rocks. You throw green rocks at Goku, he's like, hey, what the fuck is this? Green rocks? That's one thing I don't like about Superman's story, how lame it is with the green rocks. But yeah, you see Alfred, who is oddly Batman's butler, who somehow in a non-canon story gets superpowers and knocks him out. Some of you might say, well, it's non-canon. Okay. He's still limitless in canon. Let's go down here quickly. We'll do this quickly. Orion beats some Alfred Pennyworth, correlate. Wonder Woman, General Zod, bow before Zod, bow before Zod. Which that makes sense because, it's General Zod. He's a warrior. He's bred to be a warrior, right? Was it line in the movie? Superman is like, where were you trained to fight? On a fucking farm? I love General Zod in that movie, by the way. Underrated movie, Man of Steel. I love Man of Steel. Lex Luthor. Yeah. If I love Man of Steel and I love some media with Superman, how the fuck can I be biased? Not biased. I like and dislike Superman and Goku for different reasons. And some of their stories for different reasons. Lex Luthor. We're using again the green rocks. Shazam. Muhammad Ali. This was depowered Superman, of course, because if Superman was taking on Muhammad Ali, yeah, he's the greatest. He'd be the greatest guy to have his jaw literally knocked across the ring because he'd be taking on Superman. And that is not canon, right? But, back then, I didn't see Superman using like a lot of techniques in the ring. He can't float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. He can't even beat up Muhammad Ali. Oh, that rhymes there, but still okay. Not canon. Dark Side. Is it Dark Seed or Dark Side? Yeah. Supremely powerful character there, so that makes sense that he would lose to him. And Batman, again, through the use of the green rocks, but let's get to this one right here. The Limitless Superman. That's what Death Battle, I think in their videos they quote him as Limitless. It's the fight against Goku, who breaks all of his limits, but, he's still got limits to break, whereas Goku supposedly is the limit. You cannot break that limit because he's limitless. It's kind of a bullshit excuse to why, Superman's always going to beat Goku. Even though Goku becomes several times more powerful every single time he gets an upgrade, but he still has limits, So hypothetically, Goku could become a billion times stronger. But still, Superman's just smiling there like, still can't beat me. I'm limitless. No, that's not how it works, man. But Doomsday, you remember in the comic or any of the adaptions where Doomsday, I'm only going to say he beats him. Well, beats him up. Yeah, he beats him up. And they give like a solo coma. Because they don't kill each other. It's the death of Superman in Superman 75. I've read Superman 75. When I got to the end of that, yeah, it was sad. Lois Lane was holding Superman. It's a great story. Great book. Great fight. But I didn't say to myself, man, look what he sacrificed for Metropolis. Yeah, that hero. That limitless hero that just got the Limitless beat the fuck out of him. So this whole argument that Superman is limitless, this got to stop as being a reason as to why he can beat Goku. Now, like I said, I haven't seen the third Death Battle, but I'm wagering a guess that might come back up as to him being limitless. And that's one reason out of many that he would not beat Goku. I'll leave this there. I might have a part 2 or 3, but I'm just going to leave this right here for everybody to absorb, and consume.